Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0455 indicates a large leak in the Evaporative Emission Control System, EVAP, of a 2011 to 2015 Honda Civic. This system plays a crucial role in capturing fuel vapors from the fuel tank and preventing them from escaping into the atmosphere. Key components involved in this system include the fuel fill cap, EVAP canister, fuel tank vapor recirculation tube, and associated valves. Mismanagement or damage to any of these components can trigger a DTC P0455. When diagnosing this error code, several steps must be followed, including checking fuel fill cap installation, seals, and conducting functionality tests with specialized equipment such as the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. Precautionary measures should be taken to avoid excessive pressure or vacuum during testing, as these can damage sensitive EVAP components. The Evaporative Emission Control System, EVAP, is responsible for trapping fuel vapors from the fuel tank to minimize harmful emissions. Components such as the fuel fill cap must be securely fastened and rated properly to ensure a seal is created. This cap utilizes a mechanism that allows it to click when tightened, ensuring optimal sealing against vapor leakage. In addition, the system includes the fuel fill cap seal, which prevents any vapor from escaping during vehicle operation. The fuel fill pipe connects the tank to the cap. Proper location of these components is critical, as they are situated near the fuel tank, making them susceptible to wear and damage over time. A failure in the EVAP system can lead to increased emissions and may compromise vehicle performance. There are several potential causes for the DTC P0455. The most common issues arise from a faulty fuel fill cap, which may not create the necessary seal, allowing vapors to escape. Additionally, a damaged fuel fill pipe can also be a source of leaks. Any cracks or degradation in the pipe can compromise the entire system's integrity. A leaky fuel tank vapor recirculation tube is another possibility, as it connects various components of the EVAP system. Each of these problems contributes to a significant leak within the system, triggering the DTC indicator. Assessing these components thoroughly is crucial for resolving issues effectively. The symptoms associated with DTC P0455 primarily include the illumination of the check engine light, CEL, which indicates that the vehicle's onboard diagnostics have detected an issue. Higher emissions levels may also be observed as the EVAP system fails to contain vapors, leading to environmental and legal implications. Drivers may notice lower fuel efficiency as uncontained vapors can disrupt optimal fuel combustion in the engine. Other symptoms may include fuel odor near the fuel door or tank. Understanding these symptoms may help drivers become aware of the issue before it escalates, leading to potential damage to the vehicle. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0455 involves checking the fuel fill cap. The fuel fill cap is designed to say "tighten to click" and must turn a quarter turn after it's securely fastened. This clicking sound indicates that the cap is properly sealed to prevent any vapor leaks. If the cap is not correct or improperly tightened, it will not fulfill its purpose of sealing the fuel system, which may lead to erroneous DTCs. If the fuel fill cap is found to be inadequate, replacing or tightening it efficiently can often resolve the issue related to this diagnostic trouble code. The second troubleshooting step entails a detailed inspection of the fuel fill cap seal and the fuel fill pipe mating surface. The seal must be free from any damage or wear, as a compromised seal can contribute to vapor leakage. Additionally, the filling pipe's mating surface should also be free from defects, ensuring a proper fit with the cap. Attention should be paid to the fuel fill cap tether cord as well. If it is caught under the cap, it can prevent a secure seal. Assessing these components carefully adds another layer of verification in diagnosing the issue effectively. Step 3 focuses on problem verification. First, turn the ignition switch to the on position. 2. This is crucial as it powers up the necessary electronics for testing. Then, clear the current diagnostic trouble codes, DTCs, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. Completing this step helps to reset any pre-existing codes that may be clouding the diagnostics. Following this, conduct the EVAP function test also through the HDS. It helps ascertain if the system is now functioning as expected. If the test results indicate that the system is functioning correctly, this may suggest an intermittent failure. If problems persist, the case needs further examination. In Step 4, you will need to turn the ignition switch to lock, 0, and visually inspect the fuel tank vapor recirculation tube. A poor connection or damage to this tube can cause significant leakage within the EVAP system. It is crucial to conduct a thorough visual check to identify any potential issues that could lead to a fault. If the vapor recirculation tube is intact and correctly connected, you may proceed to the next troubleshooting step. Conversely, if there are signs of wear or damage, replacing it may be necessary to fix the current diagnostic trouble code. Step 5 involves determining the possible failure area by disconnecting the fuel tank vapor control valve hose and the fresh air hose from the EVAP canister. After disconnecting, plug the EVAP canister ports to prepare for vacuum testing. Next, detach the vacuum hose from the engine side of the EVAP canister purge valve and connect a vacuum pump/gauge that ranges from 0 to 30-inch surge to the purge valve. With the ignition switch still at on, 2, select EVAP PCS on in the HDS inspection menu. Apply vacuum to the hose until you achieve a reading of 1.90 volts from the fuel tank pressure FTP sensor. It's imperative to monitor this reading closely and not exceed the vacuum, as doing so could potentially damage the FTP sensor. In Step 6, reconnect the vacuum hose back to the engine side of the EVAP canister purge valve. Next, disconnect the vacuum hose from the EVAP canister side and connect the vacuum pump/gauge to the purge valve. Ensure the ignition switch is still in the on/2 position. Repeat the vacuum testing process, applying vacuum until you reach the reading of 1.90 V on the FTP sensor. Monitoring the sensor displays any significant voltage change. If the voltage reading increases more than 0.2 volts during the test, the pathway is likely compromised. If not, the EVAP canister purge line is functioning correctly, which means that replacement of the EVAP canister purge valve is warranted. Step 7 requires a visual check of the EVAP canister purge line, which connects the EVAP canister to its purge valve. This inspection will reveal whether there are any loose or damaged sections along the line. Additionally, checking for any leaks from the EVAP canister itself is essential. A visibly damaged or compromised line can result in the large leak that triggered the DTC P0455 initially. If both the line and the canister appear in good condition, replacement parts might be necessary, thus ensuring the system is leak-free and functions as intended. In Step 8, reconnect the fresh air hose to the EVAP canister and the vacuum hose back to the EVAP canister purge valve. Next, disconnect the vacuum hose from the EVAP canister purge valve and connect your vacuum pump/gauge. With the ignition switch set to on/2, select EVAP CVS on in your HDS inspection menu. Afterward, apply a vacuum to the hose while monitoring the FTP sensor reading, making sure to achieve 1.90 volts. Care must be taken not to exceed the vacuum limit. Observe the FTP sensor's performance for 1 minute to determine if the voltage rises significantly. Should it increase more than 0.2 volts, it indicates a potential failure in the EVAP canister vent shut valve and may require replacement. The final troubleshooting step involves performing a thorough visual inspection of the fuel fill pipe and fuel vapor return pipe. Any signs of damage or looseness in these areas can indicate a breach in the EVAP system. While inspecting, special attention should be given to the fuel tank unit base gasket and fuel tank tube, as they can also contribute to potential leaks. Should any of the inspected components exhibit irregularities, conducting necessary repairs or replacements is critical. This thorough review forms the last step to verifying that all connections are sound and without leaks, thus concluding the diagnostic process. Final repair verification is a crucial step following all troubleshooting measures taken for DTC P0455. First, turn the ignition switch to the lock 0 position. Then, install all components in the reverse order of removal, ensuring all parts are securely in place. Following this, power up the system by turning the ignition switch to on 2. Reset the engine control module, ECM, using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any previously logged DTCs. Finally, perform the EVAP function test to ensure that the system is operating as expected with no new codes emerging. Confirm success by ensuring the test results return satisfactory outcomes. Preventive maintenance is essential after resolving issues related to DTC P0455. Regularly checking the fuel fill cap can prevent vapor leaks before they occur. Ensure it is tightened properly after each refueling. Similarly, routinely inspecting hoses and lines for signs of wear, cracks, or looseness can avoid future leaks and maintain system integrity. Moreover, keeping the EVAP system components well maintained will extend their lifespan and ensure optimal vehicle performance. Awareness of these preventive measures not only helps in maintaining your vehicle, but also contributes to better environmental standards by minimizing harmful fuel emissions. In conclusion, understanding the fundamental roles that the EVAP system plays in a Honda Civic is pivotal in diagnosing and troubleshooting DTC P0455. Each component must be checked thoroughly, from the fuel fill cap to the vapor recirculation tube, to determine points of failure. Additionally, exercising caution while performing tests is essential to avoid damaging sensitive sensors or components. Addressing leaks or malfunctions proactively enhances the performance longevity of the vehicle. Overall, timely and accurate diagnosis, along with regular maintenance, can help keep your Honda Civic running efficiently while adhering to environmental standards. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.